this what you make it. My shit been amazing, I can't see a way out. I've been stacking face down off canvases I painted. I just spent the rain day on shit I can't afford, but that's the price I pay for the memories I'm making. I've been going places, I've been shaking hands for a chance to really make it. This life is so abrasive, so I almost gave it. All this shit I'm laying, it's only the foundation. I've been going crazy, just trying to find a way. I was in the basement, trying to turn the page. I was going through the phase, nobody see my face. I was chasing at the paper, been all it for the ways. With everything again, ain't nothing left to lose. I've been breaking rules, I've been making moves. With everything to prove, now it's going how I see it through my lens. But it's stuck in my head, I can't seem to get away from it. I went out of my way, I'm trying to feel the air again.
Alright guys, so this moment in time I really wanted to share with you guys. This is a very, very special moment. This is a very special video, and this is a very personal video that I'm gonna release, and I've been thinking about this video for a while. I mean, I'm talking like over a year. I've been thinking about what I was gonna say to you during this video, and I thought about it all the time. This moment is gonna happen. I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna manifest it to happen. This moment right here, right now, with you guys watching, is something that I've dreamed about and thought about what I was gonna say in this video since the day I decided to get myself back into gear, to find myself, to reinvent myself, to reinvent the channel. This whole couple of weeks here is such a pivotal moment in the history of Hard City and my life, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. And so there's a lot of really crazy, ironic things that have happened with this timeline that I'm about to share with you, and it all leads up to these couple of days here around this time. So MotoGP weekend is 2 weeks away, April 14th, 15th, 16th. I hope that some of you can come out here to Austin, Texas. I have been waiting for this weekend to prep my bike. I've been prepping my bike since I got it, the whole plan, right? Like, even when we moved to Texas, like, the whole plan was always GP weekend, be seen, get the channel noticed, get it out there. Like, do it. You have to do this. This is what you were meant to do. I was thinking about that, and here we are. You know what I mean? And like, back in March of last year, on March 31st, is the day that I put down the $2,000 on my Ninja 400. Today is the day that I did it last year. Now, that video was actually released on April 13th, which ironically enough is like the start of GP weekend. I think one of my first videos with the bike was like the 14th, the 15th. Y'all can look back in time. I mean, they're there. I checked, obviously, so I know. One was the 13th. I think a few days later I did a shorts and some other stuff. So it was all that whole weekend was like, okay, I have it now. This is it. This is the change that I needed. Now the channel is going to go to all the directions I want it to. I finally found my niche. I know I could just feel it, right? Rewind 1 year before. You guys are going to see a video come out in June that I made 2 years ago. 1 month after me and Lee's crazy argument. You know, I had a girl that I really, really cared about and trusted with my entire life. I changed my career for this person. I left my family. I left my friends. I left everything that I ever known and loved and gave a shit about to go and start a new life with this girl, with Lee. Some of you may know who she is. Some of you have been around since when she was on the channel. And some of you, she was not here long. She wasn't in my life long. But the impact that she made and that situation made is everything that I am now. It's like, literally, I would not be a freaking mechanic level, almost to be a level 4 at Gigafactory Tesla. I mean, living in Austin, Texas. I got my dream motorcycle, my actual dream motorcycle. I changed my whole life to come out here. It didn't work. We had to fall out. She got arrested, lost her job. I never saw her again. But I was stuck out there in Iowa, and I was depressed, and my channel was crashing. I was making videos about her and crying and whining. And a month after that happened, I made a video, and I made the decision right there that I need to find a way to get a motorcycle. I had no money. Literally had $8 to my name at that point in making that video. I may have said it in the video. I don't know. You'll see it. It's going to come out June, I think, 22nd or something. And in that video, I'm literally almost in tears. And you guys are going to see me in my worst, my absolute worst. Like all those times that I've ever talked about on my videos where I was like, I was depressed. I was in fucking mess, like skinny, not eating, not feeding the dog, not giving a shit, not going to work on time, just did not care at all. I wanted to die. I did not even want to be alive. And for what? For what? Like over a girl? Well, it was so much more than that. You know what I mean? It was, she was a special person. I didn't have any family or friends. And the whole premise and the whole thing, the whole just like, you know, her, the way she treated me that night, the way I talked to her, the way like everything unfolded, it was, you know, insane. When you go through a domestic violence situation with a girl, generally the guy gets arrested, but she did. And there was not shit I could do about it. Like, you know what I mean? I couldn't go and tell the cops I don't care because she has to fight the state now. So it had nothing to do with me. And I could, but she's never going to see it that way. Her, you know, she was a career woman and she needed to get her career back. She'd lose everything. And so the easiest way to do that was to put the finger at me. Whether she loved me or not, it did not matter. It didn't fucking matter. She just put everything on me. Never said sorry to me. I never heard from her again, never saw her again. She literally got her. I mean, I'm not saying like she slapped me once. I mean, it was pretty intense, and I'm not gonna hit a girl. I mean, a lot of people probably would, but I'm not going to. I'm a lot bigger than her. I'm a lot stronger than her, obviously, but that's just what I did, right? So whatever anybody else's opinions are about that doesn't matter. What I did was what I thought was right. I couldn't control the cops coming in arresting her. I couldn't control her news job firing her. I couldn't control anything, so I couldn't even talk to her. So I was super depressed. I didn't have anybody to talk to. I had my channel, and then I was like, I gotta do something. And immediately my head went right to the craziest fucking thing I could possibly think of doing. The most dangerous thing I could possibly. And it wasn't like I wanted to hurt myself. I needed to find myself again. I needed to be free. I needed to get out of my head. And I just didn't know anything to do besides get a motorcycle. So I made a decision, and it took me almost about a little less than a year to get that Ninja 400 from that day. Because if y'all remember, I couldn't get the loan. I couldn't get the freaking loan. My buddy, I was asking my best friend in the video to co-sign. I'm like, you guys are going to be amazed by this video. This is literally timestamped 2 years ago. You're going to be like, how can somebody turn their life around that quick? So when people ask me, and so what's the relevance of this moment now? Well, the bike is done. It's like, it blows my mind that I'm able to have this motorcycle. And it is all because of you guys and your support and what you guys did to drive me to this level of motivation to like push towards you guys is fucking, I can't even really, like, I'm just getting the chills thinking about it. It's such an intense feeling. I'm like, people are like, you're changing my life. And I'm like, what the fuck? How? What am I? Who am I? I'm no one. I'm just doing, I don't know, man. I'm just doing what I do and what I love. And I've always loved motorcycles. I've never had the balls to get on one, really. I mean, I've ridden them around. I've shared one with a buddy. He crashed it, almost killed himself, broke every bone in his body. I rode a couple bikes here and there, but I never had a motorcycle like my own shit. I had a Sportster, though. I can't really say. It was a piece of shit, though. And it was in bad shape. I've rode that a couple of times. But I never had, like the Ninja, you know, I wanted to get into sport bikes. Have always been my passion, right? I love just the look. We're going to flip the camera around, actually, so you guys, because when you see lipstick right now, it's just, there's so much work and money and time and energy into this bike, into this weekend, into this moment. And why? To show my big bad Ducati off? Oh, look at me, fucking Ducati. No, it's to motivate you guys to do the biggest thing you could possibly imagine and get it done. Like, could I have gotten a Lamborghini? Could I have gotten some other stuff? Like, I've had all these dreams in the channel, but this was the thing I was most passionate about. There's a million car channels. You got DDE. I want to be the DDE of YouTube for motorcycles. This channel does not exist. It's not here. And there's no one on fucking YouTube who's got the passion that I do, who's got the story that I do. I mean, you got 650, even Jared Campese. Those guys are very passionate about what they do. Don't get me wrong. But my love for this motorcycle thing and for you guys is so intensely strong. It's really hard to explain. And I've become somewhat of a recluse. I've literally have become obsessed with making this moment in time perfect. Like, and I'm sure there's going to be some things about that come back to haunt me, but I think in the long run, for like as a business standpoint for the channel, it's a really good idea. So right now I'm extra cautious with the bike. I don't want to do anything crazy. I'm not going to be doing no crazy ride videos or none of that right now. We're going to flip the camera and we're going to show you guys what's going on. All right, so the big question answered. Why do all this work to a bike like this? Why not just get a V4? You know, like why? Well, first of all, a Ducati was never part of the cards for me. I never thought I could afford a bike like this. And a lot of people be like, oh, you used your accident money. So some of you don't know, my Ninja 400, at the end of the day, what happened with that bike is in June, about a year later after I made that video, which is an even more crazy thing, about that same date where I made the video, June 22nd, I got hit by a car and almost killed on my Ninja 400. So it's just an absolute sign of God that I'm not killed and I'm still supposed to keep going. I didn't feel at that moment that it was time for me to get off motorcycles. I thought it was just time for me to really start becoming more aware of what's going on around me. And every single thing that I do, every action that I take, every word that I say has something attached to it, some kind of a string, some kind of consequence, everything. So I almost die on that bike, but a couple weeks before that, I get a job at Tesla. I set out to move out of Iowa. I was depressed. I was alone. The bike wasn't helping. I needed to leave. I needed to get away from the attachment to Lee. I had to. I couldn't do it anymore, guys. And Iowa was not for me anyway. It never was. It was for her. So I got the job at Tesla, which is amazing. I love it there. I'm doing so well. I absolutely love it. I just filled out my application for Cybertruck. I hope I get the job. We'll see. But if not, whatever. I'm comfortable where I'm at. I'm learning. I'm really good with robots now. It's an awesome job. I love it there. Shout out to the big boss, Elon, for giving me a shot. I love it. I love everything about what we're doing at Tesla. So anyway, I got the job. I move. I'm out here. I'm like, I got to get another bike. A lot of people, you used the accident money. You know how long it took me to get paid for this thing? Or for the Ninja 400 accident? Months. And the money that I got for the actual bike, for the insurance check, I had to use to move to Texas because I was out of work until I moved, literally. The next time I went back to work was at Tesla. So it was like a whole month. And I needed that money. So I was very close, guys. I moved out here with like $2 or $6 or something in my wallet. And I just, by the skin of my teeth, shout out to Raven Moto. They gave me the money that I needed because I had it in my affiliate. So this is what I'm saying. Like, you guys buying the Raven Moto gear and use that discount code. I have it on now. Raven pants. I love them. They're my favorite pants. There's nothing that touches them. They're amazing. Use my discount code HARDCITY, all caps. That really helps me. You have no idea. That is the reason I'm here. I don't get gas for the U-Haul without that. I didn't have any money. They paid for the freaking gas in the U-Haul to get me at least started. And then by the time that was empty, I was able to get some more money from a paycheck that was coming in, and some other stuff like a vacation they owed me at Target. And then I still had, like, you know, some money in my YouTube too that was coming in. So I had to wait for some things, and it gave me the time, and it was just freaking nuts, guys. I literally crossed Iowa. When I crossed Iowa is when I got the vacation check that I needed to get me to move into my apartment. So it was that close. Or, you know, it was very close. It was just nuts. So I was like, I need to get a bike. I didn't have money for a bike. I had to start work. I had my truck. I was going to work. And I just saved until I had enough for a down payment. And it just so happens that I was able to get the loan because I paid off the Ninja 400 completely. So I was able to get a new loan for this. And that's how I ended up with the Ducati, because I was like, well, if I could get this, why don't I just get it now? The problem is I needed the bike to, like, go to work every day too. My truck was dying. So guys, when I'm telling you I can't afford this bike, I'm not kidding you. This is not something that I can afford. I'm only able to do this because of the support from you guys. Raven Motos pays for this stuff, the affiliates. Now, the exhaust, all that other stuff that I have on there, what pays for that is me saving my money. Money I don't have. I'm putting everything into this motorcycle for this one weekend right now that's happening in 2 weeks. That's why I'm, like, not riding the bike, like, literally. Like, it's too important. And why, though? Like, what's the why? Why does it need to be like this? Why can't you just have a factory? Because I need this thing to be an eye catcher. I need every single YouTuber that comes to Ducati Island to have this bike on their channel and to give my damn channel a shout out, because I've worked my fucking ass off for this moment. And, like, that's why. And I'm getting so fucking choked up about it because, like, I don't know if it's gonna work. I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if anybody's gonna be like, oh man, this is the Hard City guy, or hey, this is Hard City, we know, or whatever. And why do I need that? Because the channel isn't going anywhere. It never really has. And, like, other channels really succeed because they work with other channels like Jarrett and 650 Ebe or Moto Million or Fast Lane D. They get mentioned, they get shout outs, ZX10, all those guys. I'm new to the game. I've only been riding for a year. This is what I've built in 1 year by myself. I'm just a regular guy that makes $100,000 a year plus my YouTube. I might make 120. That's the God's honest truth. That's how much money I make every single year. Now, I'm going to be making more probably now because I got a lot of deals going. There's other things that are happening, and I'm really counting on this moment in GP weekend to work. And look at this thing. I mean, everything that I have done to this. The full titanium exhaust by Vandemon. The rear carbon fiber extended hugger. The CNC Racing rear sets that are in GP shift. The amazing full titanium exhaust that's blued up that I've torched myself before I put it on the bike to give it that amazing look. The fully tuned suspension to my body weight. Look at the blue. The custom Louis Moto seat cover. The grips, we'll get into that. They stained the tank. We're getting new ones that are going to cover that, but more than likely the tank needs to be painted again because it stained it. So that's tech spec. Don't ever use tech spec. They suck. The grips by Domino. I put gray ones on there because I just wanted to change it up, and I freaking love it. I love the way those gray grips look on that bike. They look so awesome, and they're different. Not a lot of people have that. You don't see it. So that I need to do something different. Not gonna have the time to do the RCS 17 and the Jet Prime. I just don't have the time or the money to do it. I got bills to pay, I got rent. WRS windscreen. An absolute must. Rhino Moto bar and CRG aero mirrors. Carbon fiber front fender. Pro-type bolts in the back license plate. Little things. Spacers, radiator cover guards. These are TWM spacers. TWM oil cap. These little touches to the bike that just look awesome. Dicey 83 radiator guard covers. I did all this work myself, everything on here. All the carbon fiber is from Full 6. Rear carbon fiber swinging arm cover. It's amazing. I'll spin her back around on the light so you guys can see it. Carbon fiber swinging arm cover. Shark hook, carbon fiber rear hugger again. Carbon fiber heel guards. This is all real carbon fiber, either by CNC Racing or Full 6. That Vandemon exhaust, we're gonna start it up in a second. This bike's in GP shift, which means it's backwards. So it's 1 up, 5 down. And it is a hell lot of fun. Hell of a lot of fun. This bike cruises. It sounds like a freaking GP bike, because it basically is. And so this is why this moment is so important. So let's do a start. It's been out here for a while. It's probably a little bit of a cold start. Oh, I do have a new battery for it as well. I have the lightweight battery at home. I'm gonna put it in. You have to take the whole side of the bike off to get to the battery. So I'll put a picture of it for you guys. It's pretty sick. Beast. So what else do I have to do before GP weekend? We got to put the new battery in, the lightweight lithium battery. I got a new tire that should be here on Monday or Tuesday, so we're gonna put that on just in case. The front tire is already pretty new. Detail it, and I think that is pretty much it. Battery, yeah, I mean there's, oh, the tank pads, the new tank pads to cover up the yellow stain. And yeah, that should be it. Look at this view, guys. This is what I wanted to show you. It's absolutely beautiful. And this is my life. This is my life right now. It's unbelievable here. Right? Oh, there's where we want to take a picture for sure. But what's gosh, look at this, guys. This is, I can't even believe this is where I live. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's just a dream come true. It really is. I don't know any other way to put it to you guys. It's an absolute dream come true. This is my own personal racetrack, by the way. Look at these houses. Look at that. Beautiful house. Yep. Oh, don't drop her now. Gosh. Look at this fucking view. Oh my god, guys. Unfortunately, we cannot get the bike stable here, I don't think. And I'm not even gonna really try. Probably got better luck up at that other one. But man, absolutely beautiful here in Austin. And this is, that's the house I'm gonna buy in 5 years. Alright guys, so on that note, let's end this video here with this beautiful view and my beautiful motorcycle that I worked extremely hard to get to this point. But man, here it is guys. And again, thank you to everyone who supported me, Elizabeth, and every one of my subscribers, my patron members, Raven Moto, Moto, you know, all those links are in the description too guys. Definitely helps out the channel, obviously, if you're listening to the story. And man, I'm just very blessed and thankful to be able to do this for you guys, you know, like, and hopefully it motivates you guys to do something that you believe in. I will see you in the next one. Again, like, share, subscribe. I really hope to see some of you guys at GP weekend here soon. Until next time, adios.